Hey guys, today I'm wearing my I Love Real Estate t-shirt, compliments of Horning and Simone. They are a real estate law firm in Natick, Mass. I've worked with them numerous times, so if you are looking for a real estate attorney in Massachusetts, I'm gonna have their information down below. Definitely give them a call. In this video here, we are gonna talk about 5 things you can do that will make you a stronger buyer in 2023. We are embarking on the spring market for 2023, and spring typically is the busiest time of year for real estate. So here are 5 things you can do that will make you a stronger buyer in spring of 2023. The first thing you can do is ask your lender to pre-underwrite you. And that is something that goes beyond a pre-approval. That essentially tells a seller that you are all but guaranteed a loan. Of course, there are things you need to do, but that just makes you a stronger buyer financially to a seller. Sellers would love to see that you've been pre-underwritten instead of a pre-approval, if that's possible. So first thing is see if your lender will pre-underwrite you before going out to look for houses. The second thing you can do that will make you a stronger buyer is when you find your home and you're ready to put an offer in, make sure to ask the seller if they're looking for something specific in the offer. Are they looking for a particular close date? Are there other things that they want to negotiate, or are there other things that they're looking for specifically that you could potentially offer them that perhaps other buyers either can't offer them or other buyers don't know that they're looking for because their agents didn't ask, that you can offer the seller that will make you stand out. The third thing you can do is to not be too picky when it comes to close date and purchase and sale agreement. Obviously, you have to put dates in when you submit the offer, but you can also ask the seller prior to and or when the offer is submitted, let the seller know that those dates are flexible. For example, before Christmas, I had buyers put an offer on a home, and in that offer, they expressed flexibility with the sellers to allow them to spend one last Christmas in their home. And that stood out to the sellers. And so the close date was December 27th rather than what it was supposed to be, which I think was like the 19th or something like that. So, just by being cognizant of the time of year and maybe what the sellers, may want to do. Is it before a big holiday or something like that? Just asking the sellers what works best for them if you as a buyer are able to do that. And the same goes with the purchase and sale. I mean, typically it's done like 10 days out, but if they want it a little bit sooner and you're able to do that, give it to them. It will always put you in a better light, especially if you're competing with other buyers. The fourth thing you can do is not be too picky when it comes to the inspection. Now, that doesn't mean sacrificing things that you just can't accept. Okay, so what I tell my buyers is to stick to these specific categories when they're going through the inspection report. And one is look to see if there's any structural damage to the home. You're also looking to see if there's something that's supposed to be working that doesn't work. For example, like the dishwasher, something like that. You're also looking for signs of mold or significant moisture. And you're also looking for anything that will pose a safety hazard. So radon in the basement, something like that. Anything other than that, like a broken screen or maybe a missing screen or something like that, it's not worth going back to the seller, especially during a busy market where there could potentially be other offers on a home. It's just not worth it. And, if you stick to the big things, and even with the big things, if you're willing to negotiate with your seller, you have a much greater chance at getting your offer accepted. Again, we're talking spring market when it's typically the busiest time. And in certain markets, we are still in a strong seller's market. In Massachusetts, Eastern Mass, we are still in a strong seller's market. In fact, there have been offers recently where there have been multiple offers. Now, those days are going to be fewer and fewer, or those instances are going to be fewer and fewer, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen at all. And you don't always know when you're submitting the offer what other offers there are out there. Hopefully your agent is asking and getting some intel for you, but you may submit an offer and then another offer may come in after yours, and that seller's agent may not even notify you that another offer came in after. You want to give the strongest offer possible. And if you stick to the big stuff in an inspection report and not get too wrapped up in the little things, it will make you, one, sound or appear much more serious, and two, it will send a message to the seller that you're willing to work with them and you really want to buy the house. So just stick to the big stuff. And the last thing you want to make sure you are the strongest buyer come springtime, or really any market, because I know, I'm talking about springtime because we're in January, but this is really true for any time of the year, is you want to have a good agent by your side. You want an agent who's creative, who can think outside the box and find ways to make you stand out as a buyer. You want an agent that is an expert at negotiating. You want an agent that knows the market and knows what's going on in that neighborhood and can tell you this is a hot neighborhood, this is a cooling neighborhood, this is overpriced, this is underpriced, all that kind of stuff. So you really need an agent by your side that can give you all that information. So one, you're making a strong offer, and two, you're making an educated offer. As a buyer, you are not paying the commission for the agent. The seller is paying the commission for both agents. It is really the number one thing you can do is work with an agent who will communicate with you, and like I said, an agent who will think outside the box, an agent who will negotiate for you, an agent who's educated and educates you on the market so you feel comfortable that the offer you're making is the best offer for that house. So if there's anything I missed, definitely leave a comment down below. And if you are looking to make a move in 2023, definitely give me a call. It's never too early to start the conversation, whether that move is within Massachusetts or outside of Massachusetts. I have connections throughout the entire country, so I can hook you up with a good agent, whether you're moving in Massachusetts or whether you're moving to Florida, Wyoming, Wisconsin, or anywhere in between. So I really hope you find this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn more about the real estate market, living in Massachusetts, home ownership, and all that other good stuff, be sure to subscribe and hit that little bell so you're notified as soon as the video drops. See you next week.